Coach Bill Ball and quarterback Aiden McGinley, that relationship, he has great relationship with his quarterbacks. That has to be there tonight, and the two of them have to shine as a mission-oriented team going out. And number 4, defensive line has got to get pressure on Michael, or this could be a long night for the Blue Hawks.
Yeah. Well, easier said than done. Joe Michael, 3-year starter for Bedford. Going to have to wait as Exeter are going to receive first here to begin the first half. They'll work right to left. They're in their home navy blues with the green and, not green, gray and white lettering. Bedford in their road whites, black pants and helmets with a Bulldog locale on the side. Our referee tonight is Daniel Moylan, a 5-man crew, a veteran crew.
Yeah.
Under the lights in Exeter. Should be a good night. Temperatures just under 60 degrees and no chance of a shower as that cell system has moved through. Kick at the 20. Up to the 30, 35, lowering the shoulder across the 40. Goes the Blue Hawk returner.
Nice return.
A power run by Jacob Weiberg, one of these senior running backs that should be showcased tonight. Kick this Blue Hawk 20. T offense. The quarterback, you mentioned him, Steve, Aiden McGinley, 6-foot junior. Number 7 in blue under center tonight to command this rushing attack for Exeter.
Yep.
Bedford, now they're going to open up with one of their biggest players over the nose of the football. It's Jake Boza, 6'1", 310, number 71 in white, down there at nose tackle. On 1st and 10, it's a run right side. Spinning his way through the hole is Ian Ireland, 5'10", 155-pound tailback, the senior, able to pick up about 3 with a good second effort to set up second down. And
nice tackle by 59 George Salakis. Nick, great job. They did exactly one key for one play. They certainly did, and that was strong. It pinched in that off tackle hole as well as controlled the B gap, and that's what you want to do with Bedford for the rest of the game tonight if they can do it.
On 2nd down and 7, Bulldogs crowd the defensive line with 5 hands in the sand. The T, it's a pitch, left side, and stop shy of midfield is Ireland. I'm going to mark him at about the Blue Hawk 49-yard line. That should set up what looks like a 3rd and 3, maybe 3rd and 3.5 here, first minute in the books.
Yeah, number 80 for Bedford. Nick, you called his name so many times last night. Kevin Sheridan. Nice tackle by him. Critical on the right side there, or Exeter's, the Blue Hawks left. He's got to pinch down. He's a great athlete. He's got gets great separation. He's got to have a good game tonight for Bedford.
All right, 3rd down, H-back off the right tackle, right side. Again, Bedford down with 4 down linemen, 7 in the box. On 3rd and 3, they're going to blow it dead. Flags fly here.
Looks like before the play, right?
Perhaps a false start. It's our first penalty either way, and the first time we hear from referee Daniel Moylan. Growing crowd, and a good crowd so far. Students dressed in pink. Breast Cancer Awareness Month. We mentioned the Exeter band. Those seniors will be honored at halftime. 21 Blue Hawk football players honored on senior night before the game.
I'm not sure if that's not bigger for the parents than it is for the kids, Nick, because I remember that night, and that was one proud evening for me and every parent that goes through it. It's a wonderful time.
All right. On 3rd down and 8 now, following the 5-yard penalty. McGinley under center, hands to Ireland up the middle, and he goes nowhere. Stomped out in the hole, George Takakis, the 5'10" senior on the tackle there for Bedford. Bulldogs force a 3 and out.
Well, there's one key Bedford did. They want to get a lot of 3 and outs, and that's what they just got right there. On the penalty didn't help on that play at all, but they earned that 3 and out, Nick. That was terrific stuff right there.
Yeah, no gain on that 3rd and long carry. 4th down and 8. Now the officials again going to blow the whistle here, stopping the clock momentarily. With just over 2 minutes gone by. Exeter looks like they're going to punt. They drop back Nathaniel Layton, who is the punter, and standing at his own 26. Again, the officials blow the whistle.
Timeout.
Bedford.
Wow.
Call a timeout.
That's an interesting timeout.
Matthews apparently saw something he did not like. First charged timeout either way, which is 2:15 gone by here first quarter.
Well, when you're in away, your team coming in and you're away, you want to make sure that if you've got earned that 3 and out, you want to execute properly. They want to make sure they punt and they can maintain possession of the ball, Nick, to give Michael a chance to run the offense.
Yeah. We mentioned Breast Cancer Awareness Month. A lot of students here from Exeter in pink, but we see the pink socks as well on the Bedford side, so good to see the Bulldogs supporting the cause. Big game for both teams, as we highlighted at the top of the broadcast. Exeter, just one blemish on the schedule, took place a few weeks back on this field, 14-7 defeat against Winnicott. Bedford also lost to the Warriors and also caught an L against Goffstown 2 weeks ago. So Bedford at 4-2. Exeter had one game canceled due to the COVID-19 situation. They are 4-1.
Wow, what a good kick.
It's a good one by Layton. It's going to take a bounce off the Bedford returner, but it's covered up by the Bulldogs, and now a flag is going to fly.
I'm almost wondering, Nick, if they're going to say that the Exeter striker there was too close to the receiver. We'll see. I don't know what else it would be other than that. It wasn't like anyone was held or anything.
The football took a bounce and then went off the shin of the sophomore return man, Dominic Tagliaferro, who had been playing very well.
We'll see what it is here. It may be, that's the only thing that I can think of. It's going to go against Exeter. Yep, that's what I thought.
On the kicking team, 15 yards from the end of the...
There you go.
So 2 penalties, 20 yards in the first 3 minutes of the game against the Blue Hawks.
Yeah, the player going down field there, I call him a striker, that's going to come in first. It's got to give him a reasonable opportunity, Nick, to catch that ball, as you know. And I do believe that he was pretty tight there. He was in the plane of eyesight, and you've got to be able to break down, give him a yard or so. It's a referee discretion, but that did look pretty tight there.
So here is Joe Michael, third-year starter, a senior, going to start out in the pistol look here, facing a 5-man front from Exeter. 2 tight end shift to the left side on 1st and 10 from the Bulldog 38. It's a run, it's left side, and it's a good one. Logan Spear still going, first down and then some into Blue Hawk territory. Down to the Exeter 46-yard line, a power run up the middle of 16 yards and a Bulldog first down.
Yeah, good block by, I think, number 77, Nick, Magnus Steele, if I'm not mistaken. It's 70-something over there. I'll see better when they go over the far end of the line, but he did a terrific job just dominating the line of scrimmage there and giving Magnus a good running lane, and then he earned the rest by himself.
Yeah, that's Spear, the tailback, running left side. You mentioned Steele, multi-sport athlete for Bedford, getting a good start up front on 1st and 10. Michael's first pass attempt is right side, and it's caught by his classmate, Andrew Gradinskis. Well, it's going to go for about 5, maybe 6 down to the Blue Hawk 40-yard line. Gradinskis been valuable all season. He's led the team in receptions. Saw him pull in nearly a dozen against Portsmouth back in week number 3. He's got his first drive here and a good positive pickup on first down.
Just want to make a correction. As great a player as Magnus is, and I'm sure he's going to check him anytime, that actually was 71. Jake Bosa,
who's also the nose tackle.
I saw it was 7. I just had to make sure. Yeah, but you're right, Nick. You're absolutely right.
They got Bosa as the left guard. Jacob Ben, sophomore tackle, to his left along the offensive line. On 2nd down and 4, back to the ground. This time it's stuffed up in the hole.
Nice job.
Tagliaferro, the sophomore, saw an opening initially. It closes quickly. Good job up front by that Exeter defensive line is Matthew Cronin, one of these big seniors down there along the D-line with a tackle.
Oh, I thought that was number 2, Nathaniel Layton. He was in there as well, I think. Yeah, they both were.
Well, Exeter 3-man front. Some big bodies up there, 260 plus.
Yep.
For those 3. Expected to handle and absorb a lot of the blocks and double teams up front tonight for Exeter. All right, 3rd down and 3. Big early play here, coming up with 5 minutes gone by first quarter. Hole left side, Spear spins his way out of trouble and has the first down.
Yeah, he's got it.
On the second effort. Needed 3, got about 4, down to the Blue Hawk 35-yard line, first down Bedford. Tackle made out of the secondary by the senior Nate Ross.
So far, Bedford doing a pretty good job on the line of scrimmage, moving the ball down. Coach Matthews going to try to establish the run, it looks like, early here.
Well, Michael spreads it out a little further here on 1st and 10. Going to go with a play action rollout. Throws off the back foot. That catch is complete inside the 25. Down about the 24. Brady Martino, 6-foot junior, working a drag route there for a first down.
Yeah, I'm just watch Michael roll out there and stand right up and nail that hammer and fire that ball. If you're a receiver, you're really happy if you've got Michael as the man throwing to you, because he just hits darts. They're right in the bread basket, and that the receivers like that because they can protect themselves, pull the ball in, and turn up field with confidence.
A lot of experience under center. He's in the gun look now on the pistol. On a pitch, 1st and 10, Spear. A little bit of room in the flat. Going to make a cut, aiming for the 20. Going to lower the shoulder and get there. Good first down pickup of 3, maybe 4 to set up a 2nd down and 6. Yeah, we talked to Joe last night on FNL Gridiron. You can hear it Thursdays at 6. And seemed like a happy-go-lucky guy. Had kind of a smile on his face during the whole interview. And you could tell, Steve, that he's focused, put in a lot of work during the offseason, and obviously has earned his spot, earned his reputation as one of the best in the business in terms of being a quarterback in New Hampshire.
As a high school player, he kind of a little bit Brady-esque, and is a very friendly guy, that seems at ease, but a burning desire inside to win and work out and work hard to develop his game.
Another rollout, another throw off the back foot, another completion, right side. This time, the tackle is made just shy of the 1st down marker. That's Russell Irwin. We'll call his name tonight on both sides of the ball for Bedford. Comes out of the backfield to make that catch. It's a 1st down for Bedford. I stand corrected. They do give him the 1st down. They spot the football where? Just outside the 13-yard line.
Yeah, a lot of 3 deep here to push the defensive core back, the defensive backfield back, Nick, and then they're releasing that cross pattern, and Michael rolling out and hitting him like a dart. They're going to have to get more pressure on him.
This Bedford drive has already lasted over 4 minutes. Spear,
54.
Trying to power his way through the middle. Takes 4 Blue Hawks.
Mason Douglas, what a nice job.
Bring him down, including Douglas. It's a minimal gain on 1st down, 2nd and long.
Yeah, Douglas stayed square, Nick, to the line, broke down, didn't take it, he followed where the hips went rather than where the juke is, and that's so important in good tackling. Coach Bill Ball and his squad do a great job at teaching the base fundamentals of the game. You saw it right there.
We move inside of 5 minutes, 1st quarter. Bedford on the march. This drive began back at their own 38-yard line. On 2nd down and 10 from just outside the 12-yard line. Man in motion, they fake to him. They keep it with Michael. Quarterback run, not going to go anywhere.
Nice defense there by 26 from Exeter.
Ethan Moss, the junior. Again, comes out of the secondary to protect that edge. Just a yard gain, and now 3rd down and 9.
Did a nice job. These guys staying square to the line, getting separation from the blockers. Nick doing a good job there, controlling that defensive front there. Michael had nowhere to go.
All right. Big play from the 10-yard line. 3rd down and officially 7.
Bend but don't break, right?
As they look to get the ball inside the 2-yard line to get a fresh set. Running backs to each side of Michael in the gun. Exeter shows blitz, and now a whistle here. Coach Ball is irate on the Exeter sideline. A timeout Blue Hawks is called here with just inside of 4 minutes. Coach Ball storming his way onto the turf field to address this defense.
I think he was looking at an adjustment there, Nick, once the offensive set from one of his cornerbacks, I believe, or linebackers. I can't tell until they break. But it looks like, I could be wrong, but it looks like he was pretty fired up about not making that adjustment further inside. He waved his arm in. He knows how important this play is.
Yeah.
If they can create a defensive stand here, that's what they're going to have to do. They're not an offense that generally, they're not designed to score 50 points, but they are designed to keep the opposition low and have they want to be the ones, Nick, with the long drives running out the clock.
Well,
for
if
sure.
you're just joining us, Exeter received the opening kickoff, went 3 and out, punted the football.
Yep.
And Bedford has held it for nearly now 6 minutes, looking at a 3rd down and 7 coming out of the timeout. Both teams looking for win number 5 here in week number 7, a 9-game regular season. And then, of course, both teams are likely headed to the 8-team tournament, the playoffs, which begin, of course, next month.
Well, all right. We added a 3rd camera, Nick, tonight.
We did.
For our viewers' enjoyment. Hope you're enjoying it.
We'll get them up to date in just a moment here as Michael takes a shotgun snap. Has time on 3rd down. Looking. Going to roll right. Now under pressure. Throws. And that one is tipped and incomplete.
Wow, there was nobody there, Nick. If he was able to pull that in, I don't know if you saw, Michael was down. There wasn't anybody near. He had a whole lane to run all the way to pay dirt.
That was Mason Douglas. Tried to pull it in over his head, but couldn't quite pull it off.
And that goes back, Nick, to our keys to the game, where they have to lock down on those defensive backs, and that happened on that play. And a nice job by great second, third, and fourth effort by those defensive linemen to get pressure on Michael.
All right. Michael also is Bedford's kicker. He's going to break the huddle, and now it looks like he's going to line himself up for what looks like is going to be a 27-yard attempt
on the right hash
to try to get Bedford on the board here with just inside of 4 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Bulldogs hoping to strike first. The kick is up, and the kick is good.
What a great kick.
He's got a great arm. He's got a great leg as well, as that one split the uprights with plenty of power. 3-0 Bedford as that one caps off nearly a 6-minute drive.
Yeah, that could have been a 42-yard field goal, quite frankly, Nick. Boy.
At least.
Yeah.
So, Bedford picked up several first downs, obviously, on that lengthy drive.
Yep.
And in many ways, Steve, set the tone by scoring first here on the road.
Scored first, but they scored 3, not 7. And I think Coach Ball will take that in this situation. But, that's all well and good, but the offense has got to get back to its game, and that is to grind that running game down the field and keep Michael to minimum time. Right now, time of possession is the opposite of what the Blue Hawks have looked at, have wanted at least this far in the first quarter.
Yeah.
Let's see what they can do here.
Yeah, they went 3 and out rather, picked up a penalty facing a 3rd and short.
Yep.
Turned into a 3rd and long, and then they had to punt the football. So Exeter hoping to get the ball rolling on their second drive. They have 3 linemen deep, return men deep, Steve. You don't usually see 3. But there are 3 straddling the 10-yard line for Exeter.
Well, sometimes they like to have another deep blocker. So whoever gets the ball, the other 2 go and try to create and wedge a seam for them. Let's see if that's what they're looking to do here, especially if they hit it to the middle returner, excuse me.
All right, Michael tees it up at the 40. Bedford a 3-0 lead just inside of 4 minutes here, first quarter. Good kick, end over end down the middle, fielded at the 10-yard line. Up over the 20, 25, looking for room right side, and getting just shy of the 28 or so is the return man. That's Ethan Moss, the junior on the far side. They give him an extra yard or so up to the 29-yard line. So good starting field position for drive number 2 for the home team here, trailing by a field goal.
Grudinskis in so many things, Nick, is such an important part of this football team. He just checks into the game and does things that you don't necessarily see in the point, the point column, but he's a big part of creating success for the Bulldogs on so many different dimensions,
including special teams.
You got it.
All right, here's that T offense on 1st down and 10 from their own 29-yard line. It's a right side run that again is bottled up. Maybe 2, but not much more. Bedford. You see Finn O'Neill, one of the
linebackers,
seniors. We'll talk about, I'm sure, consistently tonight in there on his first tackle.
Yeah, Joe Michael spoke very highly of him last night as one of the leaders, Nick, on the team when you had asked him that question on our Gridiron program last night. For those of you who want to tune in and see some preview, tune into that. And,
the archives are up
Joe
on our YouTube channel, FNLNH Media.
He was great to talk to him.
Spoke to Joe and Coach Ball last night. All right, McGinley going to roll out for the first time. The quarterback going to throw a pass deep down the near sideline and incomplete. Trying to hook up with one of his tight ends, Edward Petit.
Yeah, Aiden looked a little uncomfortable on that throw, Nick. He rolls out, you got to roll out and turn. The key is on your weak side. When you roll out in that direction, you've got to set your feet. And especially at the high school level, and in that situation, it looked a little bit awkward when he threw the ball, and that's why it sailed on him. Didn't have a ton of separation, but if he threw it on the money, probably a pretty good chance if he was on the money there, could have caught that ball. But the defensive back on Bedford was not much more. That was Grudinskis again.
Just praised. He was in the area on the coverage. So 3rd and 8. Bulldog defense again looking to get off the field and force another 3 and out. Exeter looking for their first down. McGinley back to throw under pressure, and he's going to get sacked by Sheridan.
Sheridan again.
20-yard line. Kevin Sheridan, the 6'2 sophomore, found a way to get into the backfield. He brings down McGinley for the big sack, 4th and a mile, and Exeter going to punt again.
Yeah, and it was a big welcome to FNLNH Media when we went to Portsmouth, Nick, and saw the show that Sheridan put on. If you remember that game, he was lights out. He just, when he catches fire, look out.
Yeah, part of that Bulldog defense.
Yep.
Pitched a shutout that night.
Yes, he did.
In a 29-0 win over Portsmouth. Meanwhile, Tagliaferro catches a controversial block at midfield and then runs it down the sideline. Flag comes in late. Coach Ball is upset. He thought, Mike, there may have been a block in the back initially on the return. There may have been a late hit at the end of the play as well. The officials trying to sort it out, and Coach Ball really hot under the collar in this first quarter.
Yeah, I can't say I blame him on that one. That looked, certainly looked at the back, towards the side, the back quadrant, but the referee was right there on it, Nick. And he must have saw something deliberate that made him say, nope, that wasn't far enough on the back. So sometimes what happens is a last-minute slight turn.
It's going to be a hold on Bedford. That's what Coach Ball was upset about. I thought it may have been a block in the back. The officials say a hold.
Oh, he might have been after that.
So
I
it's
don't
the
know.
first Bedford penalty of the game. We saw 2 earlier against Exeter.
Okay.
Comes with just over 2 minutes to go in this first quarter. Drive number 2 on the way for Bedford.
Yeah, Bedford getting good field position here. Short field for Joe Michael to go take his squad out and try to work it down the field again. Another defensive stand for Exeter.
Steve, the hold took place at the end of the run.
Right.
So they're only backed up to the 40.
Right.
So either way, Bedford still with great field position, to your point. Spear, right side. Falls the right guard and goes downhill inside the 35 to about the 33-yard line. Logan Spear.
Yeah, good player.
Seemingly becoming the guy out of that backfield. At least he's been so far here through this first quarter.
As the season develops, there are guys that just develop during the season.
Yeah.
I would say another one like that is Pinkerton. I want to make sure I say his name right. I'll get it later, but number 25 from Pinkerton. He's getting more carries to kind of balance out the Albert attack, and it just happens during the year.
Michael fakes the pitch right side and tries to find room along the left side. Not much. Cut down in the hole by the Exeter linebacker Bradley Richards, the junior. Third down, and it looks like 4 here as we march toward the final minute. First quarter, Bedford trying to get back into field goal range.
Yep.
Michael connected on a 24-yard attempt to cap off drive number 1.
If I was down to the 20, inside the 25, Nick, I think I'd let Michael take a rip at it if it's 3rd and long or 4th and long, because he's got a leg.
3rd and 4 at the 33 right now. Need to get down inside the 30 to move the sticks. They go with Spear, left side, breaks 1 tackle, gets stood up by a 2nd defender, and then this one is blown dead. I think about a yard, maybe a yard and a half.
I think you're right.
Shy of that first down stick.
So this is an interesting call. Obviously, that's a long field goal, Nick. I don't think they'll be going for that. That might be even outside.
That'd be about
Michael.
a 49, maybe even a 50-yarder.
Yeah, that's not going to happen. So
didn't get a great spot, in my opinion, either. Just shy of that 32-yard line.
Well,
so almost 4th and 3 here.
Yeah, sometimes, Nick, that's when they call the whistle. But a lot of these Spear just keeps on working down the field.
Right.
I agree. It looked to me like could have grabbed another yard there, but it could have been because the whistle was wrong.
Well, Bedford going to go for it either way. Yep. 4th and 2 officially. Final seconds here, first quarter. The Bulldogs do run a play. Play action roll. The catch is made for a first down. That's the tight end with his 2nd grab, as Cal McAuliffe, his first catch, the junior, is going to bring us to the end of the first quarter. Bedford's drive continues. Bulldogs off to a great start here on the road, leading 3-0. Back to Bill Ball Stadium in a moment. You are watching our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week. Back here in Exeter, start of the second quarter. It's our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week here on Friday Night Lights New Hampshire. It's presented by Beals Insurance. Tonight's sponsors also include Ulster Property Services and, of course, New Hampshire iPhone Repair. We appreciate both of those companies jumping into our family of advertisers. We appreciate it for sure. All right, second quarter begins with the Bulldogs again heading towards the red zone. They've got a 3-0 lead. They dominated the time of possession in that first quarter. About 9 minutes or so of the 12, the Bulldogs held the ball. Now facing a 2nd and long here, 2nd down and 8 with the ball just inside the 20.
So far, Nick, Bedford's hasn't scored. They've scored with the 3 points, but haven't got in the end zone yet. So really working hard here, the Blue Hawks are, to try to keep the defense and keep this score under 7, Nick, and we'll see what happens, but they got to stay stout here.
Michael in the pistol on 2nd down and 8 from the Exeter 20. Going to fake the handoff, roll it right side, hit at the line of scrimmage, and dropped in the backfield.
What a great defensive surge there, Nick.
Goes for about a yard loss. Douglas, who's putting together a pretty good first half. The Exeter linebacker on the stop. So now 3rd down and 9 with just over a minute gone by 2nd quarter.
Yeah, I don't know what your thoughts so far are, but to me, Exeter, once they get inside the 30, Bedford struggles so far, but you got to believe that they're going to release some sort of a running back out of the backfield, or Michael can throw it anywhere with precision on the field. What do we got here? Third down. What a big play.
3rd and 9 officially. Ball just
big
inside
play of the game, Nick.
The 21-yard line. Michael, 3 receivers, 2 strong side left, running back in motion left side.
That's what I
Snap
thought.
Taken, they throw it to him in the flat. Catch is made here by Ledger Russell, the sophomore, and he is dropped again in the backfield about a yard or so back out of the 22-yard line. Weiberg and company. Damon Grace in there as well, rallying to the football. So again, 4th and long. This looks like it may be another field goal attempt here from Michael. This time it'll be from about 38 yards out.
On the other hash mark this time, Nick. We're going to see the leg from both sides.
He connected from 24 on his first try. Again, this one from 38 for the right-footed kicker. Trying to put Bedford up 6-0. Snap, hold, kick.
Look at that kick.
It's got the leg, and it is good. Able to find its way through the uprights to put the Bulldogs out in front. 6-0 here, quieting this large Exeter crowd here in week number 7.
Yeah, but Exeter defense is doing what it's got to do, Nick. I mean, it isn't 3rd and outs, but it's 4. They get down in the red zone, and Bedford has not been able to push it in past the goal line yet. But having a player like Michael gradually builds that point spread. What a valuable player this young man is in so many ways.
Yeah, he's the real deal. 3-year starter, of course. One of the better players on the Bedford lacrosse team in the spring as well. And we spoke with him last night on FNL Gridiron. You can watch that interview, of course, along with our interview with Coach Ball from last night on our archives. The video's up on our YouTube channel. FNLNH Media is the handle. While you're there, if you haven't already, subscribe for free. Hit the bell icon. You won't miss a thing as we march down the stretch here late in the regular season. Right, also looking for that 2,000 subscriber milestone as well. So we appreciate it all and appreciate the support. The return.
Wow.
Trying to crack the 25 up to the 27. That's Exeter's Roger Smith, 5'10 senior. Stopped by O'Neill for Bedford, his 2nd tackle. It'll be 1st and 10 for the home team at their own 28.
You're seeing defensively on both sides of the ball excellent form tackling, Nick. It's just so important. When you've got to learn how to shed blockers, and you've got to learn how to stay square and stay in that athletic position, whether it's wrestling or tackling in football. It's the same principle, and both of these teams are trained well.
All right, 1st and 10. Exeter still seeking their first down after a couple of 3 and outs in that first quarter. Toss right side. I believe that's Ireland.
Yeah, it is.
Over the 30 up to the 34.
Good.
No, that's not Ireland, Steve.
It's not. It's 29.
That is instead
right?
Michael DeTore.
Yep.
And that is the first, or actually, I think it's DeTore. Michael DeTore, his first carry, the junior. Expected to see a little more action tonight.
He's not afraid to lower the shoulder.
Yeah, he runs hard. We saw him run very well against Winnicott.
Yes, we did.
And looked good on that run there, an 8-yard pickup, 2nd down and 2.
Nobody's been able to stay with Winnicott quite like Exeter has so far this season, Nick, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's the closest anyone has come. 14-7 was that score back in week 4.
I think he's got it.
McGinley
depends on the
on
spot.
A design quarterback run. That's close.
I think he's got it.
And the officials
I don't know now.
holding off. They say hold up.
I thought he had
there
it, but
first down.
Yeah, but not quite as much as I thought he did. They did move that ball back, and knee must have hit the ground or something. But
no, the offense needed it.
Sure did.
It's their first down here. They trail 6-0. Just over 3 minutes gone by, second quarter. Bulldogs with 5 down linemen here along the D-line. McGinley, pitch right side, Detour again, hit at the 45, bulls his way forward up to about the 46-yard line, tackled by Bedford's Andrew Bunnell. Oh, I'm sorry, that's Evan Shabati, the junior, on the stop there for Bedford. Still a good 8-yard pickup.
Nice stop by Evan there, but that was quite a ways down the field, Nick, before that happened. Looks to me like they're going to change their blocking approach now, where they're going to start doing something like the toss, the double wing, or the T, where they're pulling two guards, Nick, and then
they've got a wing right side. They have the last two downs.
They're loading it up.
Right, they've gone right side on the run. Now they go up the middle, and that's not going to get anywhere.
Yeah, he's got a first down.
Well, they didn't need much. They needed, about 2? They get 3, despite the big nose tackle, Jacob Ben, in there on the stop. It is an Exeter first down. So back-to-back pickups, and Exeter on the move now at midfield, trying to get some momentum here after they've been dormant, or were dormant, offensively in that first quarter.
Yeah, I thought right now it's just changing some blocking schemes and changing the approach to loading up the zone on the running game, and it's starting to break opens with some yardage.
Back to the traditional T on 1st and 10. McGinley hit in the back and then dragged down by Ben. We'll see where they mark him. Looks like back at the Exeter 47, a 3-yard loss on the sack to set up 2nd and 13.
Yeah, the cadence on that play didn't fake Ben out. Watch him here, as if we get a good shot of it. Look at him. He's all the way through. He was firing off the ball before the offensive linemen were, Nick. He timed that perfectly. We're going to have to see. Exeter's going to have to change the cadence calls a little bit if they start getting off that easy.
Heading towards the midway point, second quarter. Exeter, after the back up, they're going to get backed up again. Detour swallowed up. That's one of the captains, Parker Henry Shawn, in the backfield on the stop, and yet again a Bulldog defensive lineman able to slice through that offensive line.
That's 2 in a row, so there's obviously a defensive line stunt call, Nick. There he goes. Looks to me like that was a stunt, Nick, where
well, Exeter now forced
there's a good defensive call
to examine their options here on 3rd down and 16. Backed up at their own 44-yard line. McGinley has thrown 1 pass tonight. This may be the second. Throws it into the flat, complete left side. That's Weiberg. Has room along the sideline, looking for the first down. It's going to be stopped, I think, just shy. Tackle made by Gradinskis along the Bedford bench. The officials are going to eyeball it and place it at the 41-yard line, Steve. That's about a yard shy. It'll be 4th down and 1.
And you can be sure on that play, you watch him, he does whatever it takes to stay inbounds and keep that clock running. Guarantee you, or don't guarantee you, I'll bet you Coach Ball will be talking about that in films after the game. That's the kind of heady ideas that he puts into the offense.
All right, Exeter going to go for it on 4th down and 1. Bedford trying to crowd the line of scrimmage. The Bulldogs jump, and the flags fly.
Well, we were talking about cadence, Nick, remember, and Bedford was starting to time the plays, and that's a great job by the offensive coaching unit to force that cadence and force Bedford off sides. It was prime and ready to go, and they got it done.
Yeah. There you see Coach Ball working with Aiden McGinley, as he has for 29 years as the head coach, really developing that relationship. Steve,
Yes.
that was one of your keys for Exeter tonight.
You're seeing it right there in action. He wants his quarterback to execute his mission. He picks them early and he grooms them, and he knows that the type of mental toughness and intellect that he wants his quarterbacks to have, and they're lucky to have him lead them.
Exeter on the march, 1st down and 10, trying to get on the board, trailing 6-0, heading towards 5 minutes to go first half. The pitch, again, there's nothing. Henry Shawn,
he is something else.
Marking his territory along the edge for Bedford. Another stop for a loss, 2nd and 11.
Watch how difficult he is to block, Nick. You see him over here, breaks right through, gets rid of number 77, and just does a terrific job throwing him aside there with that lanky body, with the long arms, great extension, and excellent technique that's taught to go with it. And a motor in him that just doesn't want to quit.
Listed at 6'2", 210. Seems bigger than that.
Yeah,
certainly longer than that.
He plays bigger than that. Let's put it that way.
He maximizes his size for sure. Heading towards 4 minutes. Exeter facing a 2nd and 11. Roll out McGinley, right side, hit from behind, going to roll forward inside the 35, maybe a yard or two. It'll still be third down and long. Another stop for the Bedford defensive lineman, Ryan Allard, the junior.
You watch this on replay if we get it, Nick, how slow it took this play to develop. There's no way with the defensive rush of Bedford this is going to, watch how slow this took to develop. Comes back, way out, lateral, can't do it. Should have turned up immediately. The offensive push is outside, got to turn inside that and run it on the inside.
Gone a little too deep on that roll.
Too deep and too wide.
Yep. All right, 3rd and 8. Still managed to pick up 3 in the end. 3rd down and 8. McGinley rolling, looking, hit, and dropped along the sideline. Bedford again able to swarm and rally. That's Parker Bromley, the 6'1 junior on the stop, number 88 in white. 2-yard loss on the play, 4th down and 10. Clock continuing to move, ticking down towards 3 minutes. A fast-moving first half here in Exeter. Blue Hawks still trailing 6-0, and it looks like they're going to go for it yet again on 4th and 11 officially.
Yeah, one of the keys of the game for Bedford, Nick, I have was cover the play action. They've done it with precision so far. Every single play action, nobody open, locking down. Big factor because Coach Ball calls that with the expectation it's going to happen. Bedford doing a great job.
4th down and 11. Exeter trying to keep this drive alive from the Bedford 37. McGinley throws it right side, and it's incomplete. Over the head of his intended target. That's Leighton in the flat. Too strong, and Exeter turns the football over on down. So the Bulldog defense prevented a first down throughout the entire first quarter. They knuckle up here outside the 30 to force the stop and hand the ball back to the offense, still with 2:47 to go. Before halftime, Bedford with the ball in a 6-point lead.
But that defense for the Blue Hawks, Nick, has kept this to a 6-0 game. Those aren't two easy kicks working from the hash marks like that Michael hit. He's a very valuable player. He's going to get score on you one way or the other. Let's see what he can do here.
Well, how aggressive does Coach Matthews want to be here? He's going to keep an eye on the clock, obviously. He's going to throw on first down. He's going to throw down the seam. Gradinskis with a sliding grab in Exeter territory at the 36-yard line. Beautiful hook up there. It goes for about 27.
Watch the comfort level. Watch that pass. Perfect lead. Perfect position. No way you can intercept that ball. Nobody that I've seen this year with the kind of consistency and the way that he throws the ball, that quick release is so difficult for a defensive back to recover on. This is a special quarterback we're watching play.
That was his favorite target as well, the fellow senior Gradinskis, with an impressive sliding grab. Meanwhile, rollout throw on first down, not going to go for much. Down inside the 35 at about the 32-yard line. That's McAllister. His second catch is a 2-yard grab.
It didn't get a lot of it, but it's just technically extremely sound.
Meanwhile, the tackle by Leighton.
Who called the timeout?
And now a timeout is called by Bedford.
That's
their second charged timeout.
The Hawks got 2, right? Got 2 left, it says there.
They have 2 remaining. Bedford down to 1, just outside of 2 minutes to go here in this second quarter. Coming up at halftime, a look around the state. Week 7 in action tonight. A scoreboard watch. We'll preview tomorrow's battle between BG and Pinkerton as well, plus a recap of the first half, and of course a preview of the second half as well. The Exeter band here at Bill Ball Stadium will be in action, and their seniors will be honored as well. So a lot to get to at halftime coming up, still with 2:11 to go in this second quarter. Well, again, Bedford 2 field goals, 24-yard and 38-yarder.
It's not a shootout so far.
A couple of lengthy drives by the Bulldogs led to those field goals. Exeter opened the game with 2 3-and-outs before coming away empty on a 5-minute drive in the second quarter. All right, Bedford, a 2nd down and 8. Trying to get back into field goal range. Michael in the gun, going to tuck and run. Looking for the 30, has it. Looking for the 25. He's hit there and rolls
up. Got the first down, though.
To about the 24-yard line. Stopped in the end by Exeter's Moss.
At the beginning, Nick, we talked about Michael making good decisions. We talked about him, dropping back and passing. If it's not there and the run is, take it. And he did just that right there. He's lethal.
Hurry up for the Bulldogs on 1st and 10. Roll out, incomplete. Well, overshot Gradinskis that time at about the 20-yard line. An overthrown pass. Going to bring up second down and 10 from the 25. Clock stop with a minute 51.
That wasn't his soundest mechanics there, Nick. Looked to me like he kind of threw it sidearm. You want to always maintain that nailing the hammer up high, over the top, quick release.
Well, again, one timeout and a minute 51 from the 25.
It just seems when they get inside the 30, Nick, that
Exeter's been able to knock
Exeter's just doing a great job defending it. We'll see what happens on this drive.
They've stayed in this 3-4. And again, 3 down linemen here on second and 10. Michael rolls left, looks right, now throws back to the left. This one incomplete, out of the back of the end zone. Closest man was the tight end, Henry Shawn. A couple of Blue Hawk defenders in the corner of that end zone as well. So third down and 10, back-to-back incompletions from Michael.
Leo Zhang doing a great job. I believe 27, Nick, just did a great job of not giving up on Michael, staying square and closing the gap and just giving him enough discomfort that he had to get rid of the ball. Nice defensive play there. So we got, third and 10, right?
Yep.
Big play here again.
Third and 10. Bulldogs hoping to make it a two-score game. Oh, I didn't even see the flag. That's the right guard, Jake Boza.
If I was Bedford, I'd take that. I mean, you're losing 5 yards, Nick, but you get the down back. If you're down in this field, I would say the odds are that that Bedford might not really be too disappointed about getting that. I'm a little surprised. Can you decline that?
I think so.
I think you can.
I think you can.
I'm a little surprised that they didn't decline that.
Edge of field goal range, Steve. Right now it's a 47-yard.
That's a fair point. That's a fair point.
As opposed to a 42. So Coach Ball perhaps
trying to push it outside.
Respecting Michael's leg.
There you go.
With a minute 44 here. Second down and 15. And now another flag.
Going to get the 5 back. Now it doesn't look so good.
Well, both the head linesman and the side judge threw the flag.
Yeah, I wouldn't have even so, Nick, and you make a strong point there. I would have declined the penalty, taken third down in the 25, and tried to make the stop there. But you could argue both ways. No problem either way. But
moot point now.
Moot point now because it's back
at the 25. Yeah, that's against Exeter. Third penalty of this first half against the Blue Hawks.
Yep.
So basically, Bedford makes out. Because it's basically a do-over.
A do-over with
second down. And 10, right. Yep. All right, they're going to spread it out. Ball on the near hash, 3 receivers, 2 to the strong side right, and the pistol is Michael. Takes the snap, fakes the handoff, steps up in the pocket, has a man, the catch is made, it's a touchdown Bulldogs. In the end zone is Evan Shabati. The junior wide open down the seam for the touchdown. It's a 25-yard strike to put Bedford up 12-0.
Watch this replay. Watch Michael check on the left side. Completely shields, forgets the receiver. It's all by design. He does a terrific job. He checks off him, and he's wide open coming across the middle there and hits a strike. That's just terrific quarterbacking, and made a nice catch on that ball, too, because he knew he was going to get hit. Watch this. Michael checking off to the left. Has all the gifts in his bag.
Yep. Very poised in that pocket. Good protection up front. Now it looks like Bedford, Steve, is going to go for 2.
Yeah, I can see that.
They've got a 12-0 lead on the board.
Why not, right?
Michael, of course, the kicker / quarterback in the ladder roll here in the pistol set. And now I think Coach Ball is going to call a timeout. Nope, Bedford going to use their final.
Wow.
Timeout with a minute 38. So Coach Matthews shows them the offensive look.
Yep.
And now calls a timeout.
Yeah, I'm going to go back to that previous touchdown pass, Nick. One of the things that a quarterback has got to do is he's got to be able to sell the fake on the handoff. If you look over here, he checked off to the left and then throw, and that's what creates that separation. As he's looking down there, the safety, the safety and the cornerback, they begin on that other side of the field to just say, okay, he's not coming to me. That play is all by design, and it's all on how the eyes of the quarterback and the position of the quarterback sells it. He immediately turned, quick release pass. There was nobody within 7, 8, 9 yards, Nick. And I like the receiver. Who was the one that caught that? I was watching.
That was Shabati, his second catch.
What a nice job by Evan. Nice catch there by him. He knew he was going to get popped.
Yep.
And he said, the touchdown's more important than me getting popped. Stayed in there tough. Nice play.
Yeah, and DeTora, the center, delivered a pretty good hit.
Yeah, he did. Yep.
Shabati again able to hang on and give Bedford a 2-score lead here. 12-0, minute 38, the 2-point try on the way. Coming out of the timeout. Spear is the tailback in the pistol. Michael facing a loaded front for Exeter. Snap, throw right side, incomplete.
Yeah, got to set himself a little bit better on those outside throws, Nick, to the right. That's 2 in a row. One, he was rolling out. That one there, he stood in there, but just not the kind of form that he's had on all the other passes. There, just
a little too quick of a trigger.
Incomplete.
Too quick.
Yep.
For Gradinskis, so the 2-point try is no good. So 12-0 Bedford, Steve, minute 38. And so far, so good if you're Zach Matthews, the head coach, now in his 3rd year for Bedford.
Gotta like what you see here as far as that's concerned. I think the thing that's impressed me the most is the defense of Bedford making that adjustment when Coach Ball started really racking off some good yardage by the student body right there, and he stayed right. And he did it. What I really like coaches do, they keep on attacking it until it stops. But the adjustment was made by Coach Matthews' defensive squad pretty quickly.
Yeah.
And began to slow that down.
Yeah. Well, again, this Bedford defense has looked very good, forcing 2 3-and-outs in the first quarter, and then stopping Exeter on a 4th down in this second quarter. Kept the Blue Hawks off the board.
Yeah. Yeah, and they're making Aiden feel a little uncomfortable, Nick, at quarterback, which is important for Bedford to do, and they're foiling those play action
Michael
passes.
with a squib kick, and Bedford's got it. Wow. Inside the 40-yard line. It may have hit an Exeter up man. Either way, it went 10 yards. It goes right into the breadbasket of one of the gunners. And Coach Matthews rolling the dice here late in the first half, looking to build on this 12-0 lead. Excellent execution, Steve, on the kick.
Sure was.
And recovered in stride along that far sideline. Special teams with a big play for Bedford.
And look at where they are. They're 40 with 135. However, they don't have any more timeouts, Nick, so they're going to have to play the out of bounds here pretty effectively. But
still a minute 35.
But plenty of time.
At the 40-yard line, 1st down and 10, 3 receivers set. Rolling right is Michael, eyes downfield, throws off the back foot. Catch is made inbounds along that far sideline at the 30 by Gradinskis. His 3rd catch, able to toe the sideline, pull it in, and then step out of bounds to stop the clock. Officially at the 31-yard line, it'll be 2nd and 1.
Much better throw there. Oh, he was in bounds. Got 2 feet in there, Nick.
Yeah, Gradinskis.
That's good camera work
Again,
right there,
double-digit grabs earlier this season against Portsmouth. He's been a standout in the receiving game for Bedford and has had a solid first half. Big catch there, a 9-yard pickup, 2nd down and 1 from just outside the 30. Michael rolling out left side, has room, throws on the move. Catch made by Shabati, goes immediately to the ground. Not Shabati, but Gradinskis again.
Yep.
His 2nd straight grab. They mark him at the 24, and Bedford is ready to go. Inside of a minute, clock ticking. Michael directing traffic, waving his right arm. He's going to load up the right side with 3 receivers. Spear is behind him, 4 down lineman for Exeter. Michael rolls out right side, eyes downfield, looking, going to turn on the Jets. Flag is going to fly. He's going to step out of bounds inside the 20 at about the 19-yard line. But again, there's a penalty flag back at the 28.
Looks to me like a hold, Nick, on either 71 or 72 there. I'm not positive of that, but I believe it. Let's see what we get here.
No, it's either Jake Boza or Jake Ben. That's the right side of the offensive line for Bedford.
To me, I think it's a personal foul on Bedford. Yeah, I think they may have clipped him or something like that, but he went down pretty quickly on the ground there.
That'll be the 4th penalty of this first half against Bedford. We've seen 3 on the other side against Exeter. It's a
illegal block. Yeah.
That's a big one. 15. It's going to push.
Does change the complexion of this drive.
Push Bedford way back to the 43-yard line, obviously out of field goal range. And again, the clock down to just 41 seconds here, second quarter. Well, now a timeout.
Really want to thank our
by
sponsors.
Bedford. I thought
really want to thank our new sponsors, Nick, that have stepped up to help us bring you this game.
Yeah.
You know,
Ulster Property Services, we appreciate them. Fall cleanup, of course, great time to book that service. Winter coming as well. Check out their website, Ulster Property Services.
Do it all. Snow plowing.
.com. And then, of course, New Hampshire iPhone Repair. They're right there in Bedford. Been a part of that community for a long time now. And
Bedford, Portsmouth.
Oh, that's right.
Epping,
multiple locations.
I believe we said Bedford. They're in Nashua. They're in Salem.
All over southern New Hampshire, really.
Everywhere we go to do games, they're right around that area. So check them out, folks.
Yeah, especially if you got an older iPhone like myself.
Yep.
I could use a.
And I have to tell you, Karen Rice from Ulster Properties does all the plowing at one of my buildings and does a terrific job, and does so many other things, from building material, doing building stone walls, fall cleanups, like you said, mowing, everything. You name it, he can do it. So thank you for both of those guys helping us out, put this game with a 3-camera situation. We really appreciate it.
Out of the timeout, Bedford. 3 receiver set. First down and a mile following the penalty. They're going to fake the throw. Michael's still got it. Now he's going to go deep. Deep down the middle and picked off the 5-yard line. A leaping interception by Exeter's Nate Ross. The senior able to go sky high and pull that one in on his way to the ground. The interception is the first turnover either way. It ends the Bulldog drive, and it sets up Exeter pin deep in their own territory at the own 5, maybe 4-yard line. They're going to spot him way back at the 3.
Yeah.
Just inside the 3-yard line. Still 32 seconds remaining. Yeah, so the penalty,
don't you think?
The 15-yarder derails the drive, and then Michael on a deep attempt is intercepted. So now Exeter basically trying to just survive this first half at this point. Going to take a knee inside their own 1-yard line. That's McGinley, who's going to drop to his right knee, start this clock, and I don't think we're going to see another snap before halftime.
But we got a big kickoff coming out in the third quarter, opening of the third quarter after the half, Nick, because we're going to Exeter is going to need to do a defensive stand against the Bedford Bulldogs, because the Bedford Bulldogs are going to get the ball.
Yeah.
Overall, nice half by Bedford Bulldogs. Thought they did some great job on defense. We talked about that. We can talk more later, but you got to get Bedford coming here to Exeter. Done a terrific job so far.
The score speaks for itself. 12-0 Bedford at halftime through 2 quarters. Bulldogs threatening to hand Exeter just their 2nd loss of the season. Both teams in search of that 5th win.
That's right.
All right, coming up at halftime, a look back at the first half. We'll recap the whole thing. Steve and I will preview the second half as well. An out-of-town look at some of the scores statewide. Scoreboard watch here, week number 7 in the NHIAA schedule. Some big matchups in D1 we've got an eye on. We'll get you all those scores, all the stats, and all the info that we can coming up in just a few minutes. Bedford looking good on the road at halftime, leading Exeter by a score of 12-0.
Come on, Nick. Come over next to me here so you can see me.
Right back to Bill Ball Stadium in just a few moments. You are watching our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week, presented by Beals Insurance.
Well, here we go.
This crowd trying to get rowdy.
Yes, they are.
A good halftime performance by the band. Their seniors were honored, and now the Exeter bench getting loud along the home sidelines. Kick is in the air off the right foot of Ethan Moss. Returned here by Tagliaferro. The sophomore sees a hole at the 35. And he's going to plunge his way up to about the 39-yard line. Ross on the stop. Still a good return. Good starting field position for the Bulldogs at their own 39-yard line.
What great camera work there, Craig. Nice work.
Yeah.
Now you're going to see him coming right up the gut. Get a good feel for what it looks like.
Yeah, we've got 2 cameras down on the field tonight. You mentioned Craig and Cardoni. And, of course, John Barron in each end zone tonight. We've got Kristen Beals up top in the crow's nest. We've got all the angles covered here. Of course, Ben Beals, our director, putting it all together back in the Beals Insurance Studios. Pre-snap motion here, Steve, on 1st and 10. They go to the ground. This is Logan Spear. Hard-nosed running, twisting and turning in the hole. Going to get 2, maybe 3 in the end, up to the 42-yard line.
I drove in here with John Barron, and he is a fun guy to watch. Put all of this equipment together, and he gets on a mission. I was lifting all the stuff. I haven't worked that hard in weeks, Nick, or months, but
it's a workout.
It's a workout. And
by the way, tackle
he does a terrific job.
Was made up front by Gavin Bond, Steve. We'd be remiss if we didn't mention him.
Absolutely.
Bond, one of their better players, the senior, working hard in the trench tonight, number 77 at the DN spot.
Coach Ball very focused down the field. He knows how important this point is in the game.
2nd down and 8. Spear, downhill run, and a good pickup. Shy of the 1st down, but gets about 5, maybe 6. Up to about the 48-yard line, looking for the 50, so 3rd down and 2. With a minute in the books here, 3rd quarter.
Tackle to tackle, Bedford's got a solid group, Nick, and when they're on and they start firing off, big, good height, good extension, well trained.
And some beef, too. One of the bigger offensive lines.
And the Bedford Bulldogs youth organization funnels good players in, just like the Exeter youth program does. That's part of the reason why.
Which you had a hand in founding, by the way.
Well, that's great, but there's a lot of people that have continue that tradition and just doing a terrific job out there.
Spear. Again, room up front, Steve.
He's got it.
O-line, I think, did their job. They need 2. Where are they going to spot him? That's the question. They say 1st down.
But youth programs, Nick, are so important to bring in raw, basic fundamentals so the high school coaches can really bring in the finer tunes of the game, and then looking to advance those base skills to a higher level, and having a good youth program like both of these towns do is critical.
Yeah, 2 of the better feeder programs.
Yep. Well, we heard Coach O'Reilly talking about his youth programs.
He's got 2 of them.
Got 2 of them, the Demons and the Wolverines.
Yep.
I used to coach junior high league in Bedford, and I can tell you the Wolverines, you better get ready to play them. They're a good program, well coached. Great memories. Memories.
Played the Derry Demons to a 6-0 final.
That's about that sounds like it. Yeah.
Of '94, Steve.
Yeah.
So I know about the Demons as well.
Yep.
Meanwhile, up the middle, again a blue wave as Exeter has been pretty stout between the tackles tonight, defensively by and large. Again, one of their bigger body defensive linemen, the last man up from the pile. That's Matt Cronin, still putting in work there.
Is great work here. Look at
1 yard.
Look at 75
gain. Yep.
Just ties up 79. These guys are, well, the trenches right now, Nick, are fierce. These players are giving everything they got. They know how important a place this is in the game.
By the way, that carry was by Owen Christopher, his first tote out of the backfield, the senior, on a 1-yard pickup. Meanwhile, the rollout is incomplete. Looking for Henry Sean. Behind the play, Michael took a pretty good shot.
Yeah, let's take a look at this. It's close. Could have been called either way, I think. But
that's Gavin Bond.
I think at the end of the day, you got to give this to the referee. Watch this. Michael goes back, comes over, fully releases the ball. The ball's fully released, and then he now, if he had just slipped to the side, probably would. But they're gonna protect the quarterbacks today, Nick. They're defenseless positions, and you got to. There you go, right there. That's just incredible camera work, gentlemen. And referee was right on it.
Yeah, that's the back judge, Dustin Dulac, who threw the flag.
I think Coach Ball is
he's working the officials.
The official.
He has been really since the 1st quarter.
Yep. He's going to let them know what he feels. He knows just how far to go. Wants them to he sticks up for his players and his team.
Yeah.
And as he should be doing, as Coach Matthews, we saw in Portsmouth, did the same thing a couple weeks ago. Very important.
3 minutes already gone, Steve. Bedford on the opening drive of the second half. They're in Exeter territory, down inside the 35-yard line, following the penalty. 1st and 10. The toss is right side, and there's another flag.
Yeah, I think we're going to get a hold here.
Again, Cronin on the stop.
It's either 75 or 88 here. I'm going to watch both of them in this replay.
It was Christopher again on the carry.
There's 75. Oh, we lost it on the replay. You folks will be able to see it at home. We lost it here.
Yeah, it's a hold for sure, Steve. Up front, you called it.
Yeah.
So back-to-back penalties on back-to-back plays. This one is against the Bulldogs.
Yeah, nice movement by the defensive tackle from the Blue Hawks, Nicky.
It's Cronin.
Yeah, Cronin had him beat and really forced that hold. What a terrific job.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a 3-4 set for Exeter. They've got a few guys rotating up front, Steve, in an effort, I think, to keep those bodies fresh. But primarily tonight, Bond and Cronin have been the two stalwarts.
I would agree with that.
Defensively for the Blue Hawks.
Roger that, Nick. I agree.
Bedford a 12-0 lead. They're backed up after the first down penalty. It's 1st and 20 at the Blue Hawk 44. Michael out of the gun, going to throw. Complete near side. Gradinskis breaks a tackle, trying to shift out of another. Hit low and drop shy of the 35-yard line at about the 36.
That was a hit.
Gets some of that penalty yardage back.
Watch this.
To set up a second
Watch
down.
It. All clean, all good. This is just good hard football.
That's Douglas again. Doug, he's been a tackling machine.
He sure has.
Half a dozen or so from the second level tonight for Exeter.
Yep, he brings it.
4 minutes gone.
There's a better shot right here. Watch this one. Watch him come in from the outside there. Stands him up. Look at him coming all the way across from the other side of the field.
Great
lowers
pursuit.
the hammer, lowers the boom, and goes.
And then he's finished
Drops
off
him, yep.
with a big hit there by Bond. Meanwhile, second down and 14. Bedford goes to a dive play here.
I think they're going to have it. If you look at where the referee is standing.
Well, that's the original.
That's the original. I'm sorry.
Line of scrimmage.
Yeah, I forgot about the penalty.
Who has run hard tonight. Again, able to push the pile with those legs always turning. He's finally marked down where about the 31-yard line. So third down and along 11 here. Nope, sorry, 3rd and 8. 3rd down and 8 on the way. The Bulldogs looking for about the 22-yard line. 5 minutes gone by third quarter.
Yeah, probably something. This play, Nick, probably not the most important play of the game. But if Exeter's going to be able to get a drive going, they got to make a stop here.
Trying to get the defense off the field.
Yes.
It's already a 5-minute drive. Michael, play action. Excellent protection. Still looking. Going to throw down the near sideline and throw it away.
That's the lockdown key that I was talking about. The Coach Ball's team's got to do, and give 68 there on credit going after Michael there. I'm going to give him a shout out there.
Well, there is no 68 on the roster.
Well, whoever he is,
he made a good play. I see him
he
down
made
there.
A good play
Over the nose of the football.
Yeah,
no 68 on our rosters, but we'll try to get that name for you.
Yep.
Meanwhile, a 4th down and 8. This one just outside of field goal range. It would be about a 48-yarder. We saw Michael connect in the first half on kicks from 24 and 38. The official clarifying no flag on that previous play. So Bedford's going to punt the football. It looks like Michael dropped back at the 44-yard line on 4th down and 8. Takes a high snap, and the punt is high in the air. It's going to drift towards the near side. Take a bounce at the 1-yard line.
Wow, didn't see it down there in the end zone.
And Tagliaferro, the gunner, you're right, could not quite mark it coming down out of the dark sky. So it ends up with an Exeter bounce into the end zone. It'll be 1st down and 10. First possession of this third quarter for the Blue Hawks, nearly midway through this third quarter.
Number 68, I asked Sherm, the great announcer here at Exeter, what a job he does.
Yeah.
Russ Warbin is his name, I believe.
Russ
number 68.
Warbin.
He does. Want to make sure when you see that kind of effort, Nick, want to make sure
he gets called out.
Yeah, absolutely. Did a great job. All right, big one here, huh?
1st and 10. Tough starting field position inside their own 20 for Exeter, trying to get some momentum going. It was hard to find in that first half.
B gaps are getting shut right down.
Yeah, nothing up the middle there.
Yep.
No gain. 2nd down and 10. Again, Bedford with size along that D line. Steve, we've seen it tonight. Jake Boza, 300-pound nose tackle there, clogging up the lane.
Size and technique. Watch the technique. Watch how they get separation on that offensive line. Everybody stretched out.
And then it's just
had somebody faked out.
Just
there.
a pile of bodies.
That means it's run well.
Yep.
Well,
6 minutes,
go.
third quarter. 2nd down and 9 officially. Bedford with 5 down linemen. McGinley under center. Turns to his right. No, it's not McGinley. It's a new quarterback who has a completion. This is the tour across the 40 up to the 43. The ball came out at the end of the run, but they say he was down. And they're going to mark him all the way up to the 45-yard line. That's a completion for Evan Pafford.
Yeah.
The junior, able to go over the top. We saw McGinley the entire first half. We see Pafford here on the opening drive for Exeter this third quarter. It's a good completion of nearly 25
Watch
yards.
how he hides the ball here. Does
Exeter
a
with a
great
first down.
job. Stayed there with good form.
took a hit at the end, and
they needed that.
Stood his ground. So first down, and I believe this is McGinley back under center. No, they stay with Pafford. He tosses the ball, and here's a good run.
Yeah, sure.
Across midfield, it goes 7, maybe 8 yards.
29.
Solid run for Detour.
Yeah. You know what I like he did there, Nick? Watch him cut inside. He's smart enough to cut inside there. 74. Just terrific job blocking. But the big thing there is he read his block correctly and turned up. He actually could have turned up even earlier. But the fact is,
that's Ethan Ranowska on the block.
Yeah, nice run. Nice block.
Goes for 7, 2nd down and 3 at the Bulldog 48. Play action throw is tipped and incomplete. Looking for the tight end.
A lot of traffic there.
Over the middle. Quick release there from Pafford. Could not hooked up with Ryan Graney, the big 6'3" junior tight end. So 3rd down and 3. Everything on the table. Pafford going to stay in the game.
You know what's really important here, Nick?
Not sure if McGinley took a shot in that first half.
I don't know. He didn't look comfortable in the first half, Nick, to be honest with you. Aiden's a good quarterback. But
he was on the ground a few times.
On the ground, they caused a lot of havoc against him in the backfield for sure.
Inside of 5 minutes, 3rd quarter, 3rd down and 3. Bulldogs looking for a stop. Exeter going to pitch left side, hit in the backfield, rolls forward and is down. I think
it's going to be an interesting call.
Just short of that first down. Detour looking for the marker, and they're going to spot him a yard shy. Just inside, I guess, the football between the 46
it's a long one.
And 47-yard line. He's going to get to the 45. So 4th down and about 4 feet.
This is when I really love football, get the time in the football game, Nick. Towards the end of the 3rd quarter.
Yeah.
When you got a game close enough where it's still in hand.
Marching towards 4 minutes. The Exeter crowd stomping on the bleachers here at Bill Ball Stadium. 4th down and 1. Inside handoff, 1st down. A power run up the middle. That's Weiberg. Needed a yard and a half. He gets 2, maybe 3 to keep the drive going.
Watch Mason Douglas, 54, come off this thing, lift his defender. Look what a terrific job by Douglas. Man, watch this. Just thrown back right there. And 77's in it. Boy, he's a physical player. Don't tell me the Exeter Blue Hawks don't want this game.
Good job collectively up front on that 4th down conversion. Now the rollout. Pafford trying to make a man miss. A flag is going to fly. It's going to shake and bake down inside the 40.
This is going to be an interesting call.
At about the 39-yard line. Again, a flag is back down at about the 42.
Way behind the play, Nick. I'd be very interested to see what this is.
I think it was thrown by the side judge.
Yeah.
On this near side.
Yeah, Coach Paul's wondering what is going on here. That wasn't even near the play. Be very interested to see what that is. Great camera work, guys.
Yeah, the shots have been spot on tonight. It's a hold, Steve.
Yeah. That's painful right there for the Blue Hawks, Nick.
We saw a penalty derail the opening drive back in the 1st quarter.
Yeah.
When they were right around this part of the field, just outside the 35-yard line. They took a penalty in the 2nd quarter, right around this spot of the field as well. Oh, they're gonna. It's against Bedford, Steve. I think
it
jumped
is.
the gun. Yeah,
that makes more sense.
It's a defensive hold.
That makes more
in the
sense.
backfield. Okay, that does make sense. So Bedford, their 2nd penalty of this 3rd quarter.
Well, he was looking downfield. If you saw him, he was straddling the ball, looking downfield. Probably, saw the separation, and he got held. The receiver got held. I'm sure that just makes more sense.
1st down and 10. Ball inside the 30. Exeter. They've been held outside the red zone tonight, trying to make their first trip inside the 20. They'll do it here. The 10 breaks the tackle. Foot race touchdown, Exeter. No flag. A terrific run by the senior Michael Detour, the junior. Able to burst through an arm tackle and then take it to the house. It's a 29-yard touchdown run, and it finally puts Exeter on the board now at 12-6.
54, 77. That offensive line, Nick, was firing off the ball with physicality that they didn't play with in the first half. That's give the runner and give the blockers on that play just a all the credit in the world. What a terrific drive for Exeter. They had to have that. We've got ourselves a game with two great football teams.
Now the extra point try. This is Ethan Moss, the junior, the right-footed kicker, going to swing the leg. This one is up and good. So, Exeter, they tap off
74, 79.
nearly an 80-yard drive in 3 minutes and get themselves on the board. Now a one-score game again. Bedford still out in front, 12-7.
What's really important about that drive, Nick, is it lasted quite a few minutes there, and that gave that defense of the Blue Hawks a badly needed rest. And we've got ourselves a 12-7 game in the end of the third. I mean, Nick, isn't this what you expected? It is what I did, what I expected for sure.
Yeah. A good barometer for both of these teams as we head down the stretch. Again, after tonight, just 2 weeks remaining in the regular season. Both of these teams expected to be in the playoffs. Bedford comes in at 4-2, Exeter at 4-1 entering tonight. Both looking for that fifth win.
Right. Somebody's going to lose this football game.
Yeah.
But do they lose it 27-7, or do they? Is it 14 or 12-10 or something like that? You know what I'm saying? Both teams got to come out of this game with respect, and they will. This game's tightening up right now. Very important to see what Michael's going to do when he gets the ball.
Return left side across the 30. Slicing his way, Christopher still alive at the 25. Nice, leans forward up to about the 39-yard line.
Boy, he's elusive.
Yeah, good run, Christopher. Member of this Bulldog backfield, part of the return team as well, with a good one there. So 1st and 10, Bedford has had good starting field position by and large tonight, and will have so here with just inside of 3 minutes to go in this third quarter.
Watch, if we get a replay on that return, watch the forward lean by Christopher and the leg drive. Just didn't quit. Kept on bringing it. Well, it looks like they're coming on the line now.
The special teams been big tonight. Bedford recovered an onside kick late in the second quarter. They get a good return here as well. All right, 1st and 10. Michael going to throw. Catch made near side by Tagliaferro, and the sophomore is taken down immediately at about the 45-yard line. That's Moss on the wrap-up.
Good tackle
for Exeter.
Yeah, good open field tackle. Nice throw by Michael. They do a great job, Bedford, releasing that receiver in a kind of a stealth fashion, and then they push the cornerbacks deep. That's designed with Bill Ball's excellent defensive backfield. They release him underneath, and they straddle him down the field.
And he's got 5-6 yards of cushion.
5-6 yards of cushion, and he's got Michael who can throw a dart anywhere he wants on the field.
Coming up on 2 minutes, third quarter. 2nd down and 5 from the Bedford 45. Man in motion, Tagliaferro. They fake the hand to him. They keep it with Michael.
He's got it.
And he's going to slash his way to midfield, close to that 1st down. I think he's got it.
Nice fake by Michael. Watch him hold the ball in the belly.
Tackled by Adam Neal. Yep. And yes, it is a 1st down.
Forces the outside to stay outside. Then he sees a line upfield and he pulls it.
The ball fake, so smooth.
So smooth.
Mechanically very sound. One of the more celebrated quarterbacks statewide. A 3-year starter. Of course, Joe Michael, the unchallenged leader, really, of this group.
Well, I haven't seen every single quarterback, so in all fairness, Nick, but this is Division I football.
Yeah.
And he's as good as anybody, if not the best, in my mind.
In the pistol, 100 seconds to go, third quarter. 1st and 10 from just inside the 50 on the Exeter side of the field. The run is left side. And I believe that was Spear. Who was that? It was either Spear.
I think so.
Or Christopher. I couldn't tell. It was Spear. It was. Goes over left guard this time and does pick up about 3, maybe 4 yards. Officially 2nd down and 7, I guess.
Yep.
Again, a stop along that left side. Playing hard, Steve. Damon Grace in there on the tackle. One of the guys on the edge for Exeter. 22 in blue. Does a little bit of everything in coverage and against the run fit. So a good job on that tackle. And now Bedford facing a 2nd down and 7 as we enter this final minute, third quarter. Bulldogs looking to extend a 12-7 lead. Tagliaferro in motion. They pitch the other way at Spear. Left side, picks up a block, leans forward, down inside the 45, about the 44-yard line. Swallowed up quickly. Leighton over there.
Some popping going on.
One of the guys on the stop. Some hard hitting along that edge. Also from the safety spot, Bradley Richards was there. So Bedford
Remember,
with 30 seconds now to go, facing a 3rd and 6.
These are two teams that could wind up playing each other again, possible.
Yeah.
Very possible. But Winnicott, Bedford, Exeter, you know.
The North Conference faces the East.
Yep, that's correct.
While the South will face the West this season in
Goffstown.
postseason play. On the rollout, Michael's
pass.
got a man. Beautiful. Catch on the run. McAuliffe, the junior, down inside the 30. That's his 3rd grab tonight. Spotted at the 28-yard line. Neal, another tackle for Exeter.
Watch the form. Watch he rolls out. Look at that. Look where he caught that ball.
Right in stride.
That allows him to turn upfield, lower his shoulder, grab another 5 yards, Nick.
And that's going to bring us to the end of the 3rd quarter. Exeter gets on the board. They make it a 1-score game again. However, Bedford still with the lead. Will the Bulldogs pull off the upset on the road, or will Exeter find some 4th quarter magic? We begin to find out next. You are watching our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire Game of the Week, presented by Beals Insurance. All right, start of the 4th quarter. 2nd down and 9, facing the Bulldogs, a 1-yard run while we were away. Just 30 seconds in here, 4th quarter. Nick Anastas, Steve Beals, Bedford. A 12-7 lead on the board, approaching the red zone, trying to make this a 2-score game again. Bedford had a 12-0 lead on the board at halftime. Michael, design run. The quarterback is down to the 25-yard line. The 3-year starter has played well tonight. The senior hooked up with the junior receiver Shabati in that 2nd quarter. That's been Bedford's lone touchdown tonight. A couple of field goals for Michael in the 1st half as well. Gave Bedford that 12-0 lead at halftime. Exeter responded midway through the 3rd with a 29-yard touchdown run by Michael DeTore. So that is where we are, 12-7. Just over a minute gone by 4th quarter. Both of these teams looking for win number 5 here in week number 7. Michael facing a 3rd down and 6. Takes the snap, looking, in some trouble, trying to find a way out of the pocket and caught. Sacked back at the 30-yard line.
That's a big one, Nick.
Exeter celebrating. The defensive end, Ryan Graney, on the sack. 4th down now and a long 12. Ball spotted just shy of the 29-yard line. If my math is right, that's about a 46, maybe 47-yarder if Bedford wants to kick here.
In that situation, Michael had nowhere to go, Nick. He couldn't run it. Probably trying to throw a ball out of bounds. You just got to tuck it and take it. That you got to give that to the Blue Hawks. They earned that one, and he did the right thing by not throwing it or even attempting to throw it away. Could have been tipped. He was well covered, so not much he could do there. You know, hats off to the Blue Hawk defense right here. They're coming up with big plays.
Well, they're going to have to do it again on 4th down.
Yep.
Because Bedford's going to go for it here. 4th down and 12 officially, and now a timeout is going to be called by Bedford. First timeout either way here in the 2nd half. All right. Of course, we want to thank our sponsors tonight. The overall broadcast is presented by Beals Insurance, of course, but I want to welcome the newest member to our broadcasting team. That's Ulster Property Services. They, of course, they offer all kinds of services, including some timely ones as well. Now booking for fall cleanups, snow around the corner, unfortunately.
Gutters, windows.
Snow services, right, interior home renovation projects. All that and more. General contracting, gutters, windows, paintings, roof, and of course land and hardscaping options as well. 603-714-9931 or visit their website at ulsterpropertyservices.com. All right. Here we go, Steve. 4th down. Coach Ball still animated on the home sideline, directing the offense as he paces up and down the near sideline. Bedford with Michael in the pistol. 2 receivers left side, and Coach Ball is furious. Going to call a timeout here. Barking at, it looks like members of the safety or secondary for Exeter. Something wrong, I think, coverage-wise there.
He knows Bill Ball knows how important this play is. He's going to get his guys fired up, and he's going to have high expectations. And for that crew, we knew going in one of the keys of the game, and it wasn't hard to figure it out, Nick. Those defensive backfield, the outside linebackers specifically, and the corners and the safeties, they got to lock down on this play and give the opportunity for the defensive line to close in on Michael. And if they can do that, and then you got to have somebody to spy on him. If Michael tries to make a break for it, whether it's your middle linebacker, it's Bedford has it all to offer on offense, and he knows how important it is to execute here.
It's been fun to watch the pre-snap chess match between these two coaches.
Yeah, it has.
Coach Ball still fired up on the Exeter sideline. This is one of the more animated times I've seen him. His club has trailed most of the way. He knows that his defense needs a stop here. They're going to roll out Michael. Bedford looking for a 4th and 12. They air it out into the end zone. A jump ball. It's incomplete.
Great defense. This is why he called that timeout, Nick. I guarantee you. He knows what happened. Knows this was the play of the game. Boy, this is going to be a good finish here.
Well, a few guys in the area. Moss, Layton,
two great teams going at it.
And Neal, all involved in the coverage there. The jump ball, well, didn't quite work out for Bedford, despite the fact that Michael threw a pretty good football into the end zone there.
Here we go, Nick.
All right. 1st and 10, Exeter. Just shy of the 30. They're going to pitch it. This is Weiberg looking for a block, trying to bounce it. Not Weiberg, but Ireland. He's across the 35 up to the 36. A good first down pickup of 6, making 7 officially.
32 from Bedford.
That's Irwin.
That's Irwin. What a big stop that was, Nick. He had a lot of room to run.
He's one of their veteran leaders in the middle of that defense, Irwin.
Yep.
Perhaps prevented an even bigger play there.
I think so.
3 minutes in, 4th quarter. 2nd down and 3. Exeter from their own 37-yard line. Trailing 12-7 out of the T formation. Hand off, Ireland. Powerful run up the middle. First down.
Offensive line, Nick. They're winning the battle at the line of scrimmage right now. These guys came out in the second half, and they're playing with emotion much higher than they did in the first half, and it's paying off on the runs.
Yeah, ran with a burst there.
Oof.
Again, good push up front, as you mentioned. It goes for 7 back-to-back 7-yard pickups.
Look at this going back right here. What an unbelievable job by the offensive line.
Exeter trying to keep the momentum going here against a 5-man front. Pitch right side. This is DeTore. Lowers his shoulder. He's up to the 49. Collapsed upon by Henry Shawn and Irwin.
Yep.
It goes for 4 to set up a 2nd down and 6.
You're doing this against the Bedford defensive line. You're a heck of a good offensive line, Nick, because Bedford's defensive line is something. Excuse me.
2nd down and 6. Exeter looking fluid here on this drive. Had some starts and some stops, so to speak, in that first half. Had a touchdown drive in the 3rd quarter. Inside run, and again, more power running. Good second effort. Close to the first down at the Bedford 45-yard line. That's Weiberg. About a yard shy in the end, 3rd and 1.
This is how Bill Ball wants to run his offense for sure, Nick. That offensive line is all set up right there. This is where the rubber meets the road.
Yeah, they've been quick to get back to the line too. The pace intensifying. Pafford, he's been the guy under center in the second half. He hands off to the fullback. Irwin meets him in the hole.
I'm not sure he's got it.
It's going to depend on the spot.
I don't think he's got
carry was
it.
Leighton. He was hit right at the line of scrimmage.
He's got it.
In the end, get enough for a first down.
Well, my only excuse was the players right in front of the stick. So
a judgment call by the officials on the spot.
Yep. So that's a big first down right there.
Fresh set of downs, 45-yard line, and now again the Exeter crowd seemingly back into it.
This clock is burning.
Nearly 5 minutes gone by, 4th quarter already. Out of the tee, tight end right side on a first down, 4-down lineman for Bedford. Long count by Pafford, pitch right side. DeTore trying to cut it upfield, not going to happen. They stopped at his tracks.
88.
That's Parker Bromley. Big junior defensive end on the tackle. I think it goes for a loss, maybe a yard. Now no gain officially in the end, 2nd down and 10.
Line of scrimmage, maybe.
Going to battle out here on the edge.
This is what Bedford's done, Nick.
Yeah.
Every time that they change up Coach Matthews' defensive coaching staffs.
Now it's a 5-3.
Yep.
On 2nd down and 10. Weiberg left side. Powers it up to where? The 40. Down to the 40.
39, I think.
All right, maybe 5 yards on that.
Yep, I'd say about. Looks like we've got 3rd and 5.
Yeah.
Actually,
3rd and 4. They're going to give him a generous spot.
Very generous spot there.
They're going to back it up now. 3rd and 5. We were right the first time. Already midway through 4th quarter. You wonder how many chances Exeter may have.
It's a game of inches.
Sure is. Coach Ball pacing up and down the sidelines. Coach Matthews doing the same on the far side.
He loves these kids. He said it to us the other night.
Out of the tee on 3rd down and 5. A long count for Pafford. Going to keep it himself. Bounce it left side. 1st down and then some. Inside the 30, 25 to the 20. Tiptoeing his way out of bounds at about the 18-yard line.
Wow, did he hide that ball well, Nick?
Kept it on the hip and then bounced outside.
Exactly. Watch the way he keeps this ball on the hip if we can see it. Watch this. Look at him. Look at that ball hidden. They had no idea. He's still got it hidden now on the chase. He did a great job, and he chose the right angle to beat him outside. Very heady play there.
Pushed out of bounds by Colin Chandonnet.
Yep.
But not before the big pickup of nearly 20. All right. Exeter now inside the red zone, Steve, for the first time tonight. Their touchdown came from 29 yards out. Their first snap inside the 20 results in a run left side, which doesn't go for much. They'll spot it at the 16. Weiberg a 2-yard carry. Gang tackled no further. And as we head toward 5 minutes now, Exeter facing a 2nd down and 8. A touchdown would give the Blue Hawks their first lead tonight. Bedford's defense, they've been stout, trying to tighten up here on 2nd and 8, just outside of 5 minutes. In the T formation, Pafford, another long count, finally takes the snap. Gonna throw on the run. Weiberg pulls it in with one hand, and then he's in the end zone. Touchdown, Exeter!
What game this is?
Pafford to Weiberg. They score from 16 yards out, and Exeter, with 5 minutes even remaining, take their first lead, 13 to 12.
All being done by the backup quarterback, Nick. How about that, huh?
He's looked good.
He's looked solid.
In this second half, took over for the starter McGinley.
And now the Exeter crowd's in the game.
On their feet here along the near side of the stadium. 13-12, Exeter likely going to go for 2 here to try to make this a field goal difference. Again, with 5 minutes even remaining in this 4th quarter. Bedford had a 12-0 lead at halftime. Exeter
Timeout.
got on the board in the 3rd quarter, and now they take their first lead after marching nearly 70 yards on that drive, which was capped off by a 16-yard hookup between Pafford and now we have what, a timeout here.
Yep.
I think that's the 2nd timeout down on the field. Again, we want to continue to thank our sponsors tonight. New Hampshire iPhone Repair, several locations throughout southern New Hampshire, including Bedford. We appreciate their support. There are the locations: Bedford, Manchester on the seacoast, at Portsmouth, the south at Epping, Salem, and Nashua as well. So New Hampshire iPhone here for you.
I could hit 3 of them on the way home.
There you go. And we appreciate them jumping on board. Looking forward to working with them down the road. Also, Ulster Property Services as well. Visit ulsterpropertyservices.com. Book your fall cleanup today. All right. Out of the timeout. Exeter now with just 1 timeout remaining. Going to try and get 2 more here to increase their lead to 3. Pafford fumbles the handoff, and that's going to be smothered. Now, some miscommunication, Steve. The handoff not clean as he, I think, tried to hook up with Weiberg left side. The ball ends up on the ground. Pafford covers it up, and the 2-point try fails. The stays A 1-point game with 5 minutes to go. Exeter in front 13-12.
Yeah, just a good job knifing by the Bedford line. They've done it more than once tonight. Yeah. They've been able to get in the backfield as the ball's being snapped. So we got ourselves a game here.
You see a shot of the crowd. It's been packed all night. A lot of standing around along the fence, perimeter behind the end zones. Of course, the far side of the field. That's the Bedford Bulldogs section. Folks made about a half-hour drive or so east and filled up that far section pretty well. But the noise coming here from the near side, which contains the band, and of course the home fans, which includes the student section.
Just want to give credit to John Barron, Craig Incardoni, and Kristen Beals upstairs. They've done a terrific job tonight.
It's our video crew. Yeah.
Video crew. Now our first night with a third camera. And boy, I've really been able to enjoy a lot of those shots there to analyze the game after the fact, Nick, too. And want to deliver the best product we can to our viewers.
Yeah, appreciate your support. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, please do so. We're on YouTube at FNLNH Media. Hit the subscribe button. It's free to do so. You're in the know the rest of the season. Again, on YouTube at FNLNH Media. 5 minutes to go. Bedford down by a point, trailing for the first time tonight. The kick from Moss is a good one. It causes Tagliaferro make that Christopher to backtrack and field this one on the bounce at the 5, across the 10, up to the 20, and spun down on the 22-yard line. A flag flies late.
Wonder what that is.
That's the line judge, Michael Grondin, who threw the flag.
We'll see if we can see it on replay.
Well, a couple of Exeter defenders in there, and it's against Bedford. A block in the back, Steve, at the tail end of that return. That's really going to hinder the Bulldogs here. Their starting field position now is we backed up inside the 10-yard line. It's an illegal block in the back. So Bedford,
you called it.
Had a few penalties tonight, Steve, starting to catch up with them.
Yep.
So it's going to be backed up in the end.
So far for me,
the
Nick,
Bulldog 11-yard line.
Pafford's done a great job coming in, backing up Hayden, and the second thing is this offensive line has just come out on for the Blue Hawks on fire in the second half.
Yeah, they've looked good tonight for sure.
And the defense now is fresh.
Yeah,
because they've got a little bit of that offense we were talking about earlier. So important this offense to slowly grind it down the field.
All right, final 4:54. Bedford got to go 89 yards to the end zone. Maybe not quite that far to get into field goal range. They're down a point. They roll out on 1st and 10, and there's the hookup. It's been an effective combo tonight. Bedford's going to pick up about 15 yards there. Catch number 4 for the junior tight end, Cal McAuliffe, who has been excellent tonight. Here's Coach Matthews now taking a page out of the Bill Ball playbook, right in the ear of his quarterback, establishing that one-on-one communication.
Favorite part of the game, both of these coaches. I saw Coach Matthews and I said, hey, we had Joe on last night. You watched this? Yeah, I said, I thought he did really good. He says, I did too.
Yeah, Joe.
Very proud of his team.
Tough kid to root against for sure.
Sure is.
Enjoyed our time with him last night. Meanwhile, down the middle, incomplete.
Nice play by number 8.
Looking for Grudinskis. That's Nate Ross on the coverage. The 6'1" senior looked like his right hand on the football. Batted away, incomplete. 2nd down and 10.
And remember, the defensive player has just as much right to go after the ball as the offensive player. And that was very fundamentally sound defensive back work there. Did a nice job.
Yeah, hung with him step for step and timed the swat correctly there to knock it away. So 2nd down and 10. Just outside of 4 minutes. That Exeter band pounding the drums. Home fans hoping the defense can come up with a stop.
They're back in it now.
Blue Hawks trying to protect a 1-point lead. Bedford from their own 27, a 2nd down and 10. Michael spreads the field, looks to throw over the middle. It's incomplete. In and out of the hands of the intended target. That's the sophomore Tagliaferro. Incomplete. Now a 3rd down and 10 coming. The biggest play so far of the football game.
I agree with you, Nick. It is, and it's the momentum has kind of shifted here. The other thing that you got to think about a bit, this is not 4-down territory clearly. So as you aptly said, this is the play right here, and one way or another, if Bedford does not get this.
They have 2 timeouts.
They have 2 timeouts, but
Deep in their own territory.
they're going to be deep in their own territory. And
Likely have to punt, but we'll see here. 4th down, not yet. It's 3rd and 10. They go to the ground. Tagliaferro on a stretch. At the 30-yard line. That's Weiber. Comes out of the sky to make that form tackle. About 6 yards shy of the marker, Steve. It's a gain of 4, a 4th down and 6. Tackle made inbounds, so the clock continues to tick as well, down to 3:45 and counting here in quarter
you
number 4.
want to see a form tackle. Go see a breakdown. There you go, right there. Breakdown tackle, terrific job. Look at this. Just textbook tackling. Lifts him, drives him back. That's what stops him from getting any forward yardage beyond
Looks like
the
a
point
tackle
of attack.
you'd see out of a drill in August.
I don't know about August. Maybe in November.
Timeout here on the
You
field.
had me going there, Nick. August, I said.
Well, we used to hit hard in August. That was the worst month.
Yeah, but I meant the technical soundness of it is
Oh,
more
that's
like
mid-season
that's
form.
mid-season form
Absolutely.
right there. Wow, what a.
But the August practice, you just line up and keep hitting each other for 2-3 hours, right? That's usually how it works.
Yeah, so whatever Bill Ball, whatever kind of Kool-Aid he put in the drinks, the water can, it's working in the second half here.
Timeout here on the field, 3:25.
I also give Coach Ball a lot of credit. I think that defensive timeout where he went out there fired up because they did not respond to the keys that were given to them. Yeah. I think that was a big turning point. Great coaches. We talk about it lacrosse. Chris Cameron does it as good as anybody in lacrosse. Bill Ball, Coach O'Reilly.
And that comes with, of course,
and I'm going to throw Jimmy Lozon in there too.
4 decades on the job here. 29 as the head coach, 44 years associated with the program. You're going to learn a thing or two about the timeout game.
He and Coach O'Reilly do a terrific
Meanwhile,
job.
Steve, I think Bedford's going to go for it. They just called their second timeout.
I'm really surprised here.
And now with 4th and 6, they're going to keep the offense on the field.
You know what I think?
With 3:25 to go.
I think that at this point, they feel their offense has got a better chance than the defense the way the Blue Hawks have played.
Michael on the rollout, trying to keep the drive alive. Going to tuck, going to run, going to get up to the 35. He's met right there.
I don't think he has it.
And let's see, it's going to be very close. Leighton made the stop out of the secondary. The officials are looking at each other.
No, he does
They're going
not
to
have
place it at about the 35.5-yard line. Needs to get to the 36, and he is short. The Exeter sideline responds in jubilee. The defense, they get the stop they needed. They get the football back, and with just 3:14 to go, Bedford is left with only a timeout, still trailing by a point, 13-12.
I do understand that with the time on the clock and the nature of this game, with the offense being able to deliver it hard, I understand Matthews' call. I don't think at the end of the day I would have done that. I think I would have kicked it and trusted my good defense. But you can't argue with a call because, at this point.
You'd seen the way Exeter moved the football.
Yeah, that's right. And he saw that, and he said to himself, it takes a lot of guts to make that call.
Yeah.
But game's far from over.
Yep. Exeter now going to look to run as much time off this clock as possible to protect this 1-point lead. They stay with Weiberg and the senior. Shifty.
He is playing a game, isn't he?
Gets down to the 31-yard line. Looked like he was dead at the line. Instead, he picks up 5. Set up a 2nd down and 5. Coach Matthews going to hold off for now on using his final timeout. He's going to bring the clock inside of 3 minutes.
This is all planned out by Coach Matthews. This is what he wanted to do. He said, you know what? If we're going to give the defense a chance, I want to go forth. The defense has got to stand up, and then we've got a high-paced 2-minute offense that we can get down the field with Michael. You can make that happen. It's going to be difficult, but it can be done.
2nd down and 5.
Clock still ticking. Down to 2.5. 2nd down and 5. Exeter going to stay in the tee. Bedford with 5 down linemen. They crowd the box with 9. Snap taken, fumble. Ball's on the ground. Pafford may have fallen back onto it. Bedford says they have it. The officials trying to clarify. The Bulldogs celebrating. They have the football.
They got it.
Bedford's got it. Pafford with the fumble. He had played so well in the second half, but
Let's take a look at this. What
fumbled
happened?
the snap. And then Bedford had 3 white jerseys in the area. One of them recovered. There you see Pafford had a shot at it. The ball betrays him. It goes out behind him. Spear is there. Also, Colin Chandonnet is on the scene. I think he was the guy who got it in the end.
Yeah.
Bedford gets the first extra turnover of the night.
Give Bedford credit. They were in on that. They did not give up. They're playing right to the whistle on every single play, and that's what happens.
And they'll get another chance here with 2:21 to go. Still with a timeout as well in the back pocket. Michael rolls out, throw complete. Gradinskis tackled inbounds along the near sideline over the 40 up to the 42, about a yard shy of that first down marker, second down and 1.
Well, they only got one timeout. You may have wanted to get out of bounds in that situation, Nick, and turn to the outside.
Good job by Exeter to tackle.
Good job by Exeter to hold
inbounds.
Where you are right.
Inside of 2 minutes. Hurry up offense. Michael on second down and short. Rolls right side. Complete again. Gradinskis across the 50 this time. Tiptoes out of bounds at the Exeter 48-yard line. That is a Bedford first down.
That'll allow Michael, you saw he was able to come off the field and get a play.
Michael trying to get himself in range.
See, that getting out of bounds gives Coach Matthews and Coach Michael an opportunity to communicate. High school level, it's just so important.
Probably getting 2 plays.
No radio in the helmet, getting 2 plays. You know, tell him what he wants to tell him. Stay calm, hold on to the football. You know, don't be afraid to run if it's there. Get out of bounds. You know, all that sort of stuff. So
minute 52. Michael trying to get into field goal range. He's the kicker. He connected from 24 yards and 38 yards out in the first half. Play action throw on 1st and 10. Rolls left side. Now going to tuck, going to run. Looking for the sideline at the 45 and does get there. Out of bounds at about the 45-yard line. Chased out on a good hustle play by Grace. But not before he picks up about 3 to set up a 2nd and 7.
Yeah, he needed more than 3 there, though, Nick. That's a kind of a, I don't know. It looked to me if he turned upfield, he had a lot of yardage to get.
I think Exeter would take that.
I think Exeter will take that any day because with Michael, as long as you get down to the 20, 25, 27, you got an opportunity for a field goal which will get it done.
Yeah, again, we've seen that leg on display all season.
I would have turned upfield if I was Michael.
As we mentioned, connected on a long 38-yard field goal attempt to that second.
It's a minute 44 with 1 timeout, not 44 seconds.
Right. Second down and 8. Michael in the pistol. 3 receivers right side. Got to roll to that right side. Looking, has time. Eyes still downfield. Now going to throw a bomb down the far sideline out of bounds.
Yeah.
Nothing open. Again, good coverage.
Really wanted a first down on that last
secondary.
play. He would have had a first down if he turned upfield, Nick, because he had some open space, and he's an excellent runner. Get down to the 34, 33, 35 maybe. In that situation, you got a first down. You don't have to use a timeout. You get your players up there, and now you're looking at about 10 to 15 yards to get in field goal territory.
I think his eyes were on the sideline, concerned with the clock.
I do, and I understand that.
On that previous run. So now a third down.
We're just trying to
7.
We're just trying to analyze.
Sure.
Analyze. Why not? Right?
It's easy for us up here.
They got
not being chased by 11 guys. Right?
Absolutely. He's not afraid of anybody.
All right, Michael. Can he deliver here on 3rd and long? Exeter only with 3 down linemen here, Steve. They're going to drop 8 in coverage, it looks like. Snap taken, rolls right. Still on the move, throws. This one is incomplete. Looking for Tagliaferro. The sophomore took a shot.
Now it's
Clayton had a chance maybe for an interception there, but couldn't pull it in. And now Bedford down to a 4th down here with a minute 29 to go. 4th down and 7.
Plenty of time, but they're out of downs.
Yeah. Exeter trying to get one more stop. They trailed 12-0 at halftime.
Nick, they got 3rd down?
There's a flag here, Steve.
Oh, okay, that's why they didn't make it 4th down.
Yeah, at the line of scrimmage, a flag. And again, it looks like it's going to go against Bedford. I believe, Steve, Exeter has been penalty-free in the second half, while Bedford is starting to pile them up.
I don't recall a penalty on Exeter.
Not in the second half.
No.
Bedford, meanwhile, with at least 3.
They had a share in the first.
Yep. But at least 3 in the second half against Bedford, including this one, which cost them 10 yards. The ball back in the Bulldog territory at the 43-yard line. That means it's what? 4th down?
3rd down.
Oh, sorry, third down. Yeah, and 18 officially. 3rd and 18.
As opposed to declining it and essentially 4th and 9.
4th, and 8 or 9. Yeah, 4th and 8.
Coach Ball decides to take it, push him back
4th and 18. So here we go, Michael, on a 3rd down and 18.
2 linemen, defensive linemen.
Yeah, 2-man rush here. So he's going to have time. He's way back in his own 30. Rolls out now to the near sideline at the 40. Tiptoes at the 45. Now going to tuck and run. Makes a couple of guys miss. Spins. He's near the first down marker. Ball jarred loose. Officials say it hit the ground. No fumble. And now the decision is whether or not to move the chains here.
No, it's
minute 13 to go. The officials, They're going to say, hold on, they want a measurement. That is very close. Coach Ball is eyeballing it along the near sideline. Right now, it looks like it's a few inches short.
Blue Hawk down. I don't know who it is, but.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I didn't even see that. There's an Exeter player.
Look at Michael running for his.
Pick it up.
Running for the season right here.
Trying to stretch out at the end there.
They kind of dropped it back. The only thing I can think of is that Michael's knee was on the ground, but it looked on the outstretch like he had another 3/4 of a yard.
Right,
there.
Exactly. Trying to get that.
But his knees could have been on the ground. I don't know.
Meanwhile, the injured Exeter player, Steve, I still don't know who that.
It's not third down, guys.
Who that was. It's going to be 4th and inches here. The Blue Hawks. They've gotten the injured player off the field, and now the chain gang is going to measure.
He's got
first down, Steve. It looks like, yes, it is. Bedford, by the nose of the football, going to get a fresh set of downs here.
It didn't look like it, Nick, from the sidelines and where they spotted it, but they got it.
Yeah. Well, I knew it was going to be close. The
plenty of time left with a 1 timeout if you're looking at a field goal.
Minute 13. Each team with a timeout remaining. Ball's at the 38-yard line, Steve. That means right now, if they were to kick,
what a game!
It'd be a 55-yarder.
No, I think they're looking to get inside the 20, Nick.
Oh, they sure are, but I think they need about another 10, 12 yards. Michael to his right. In trouble! Trying to get rid of it. And this may be incomplete. No flag yet.
I can't believe they didn't call in the grasp there, Nick. They did not blow the whistle.
They let it go.
They let it go. Usually when you're in the grasp like that,
was the
for the
defensive
safety
end
of the quarterback. Watch this. Let's count.
That was the defensive end, Ryan Crane, who got into the backfield.
He's got him right there. Wow.
They say incomplete pass, Steve. There was a receiver in the area.
That wasn't the issue with the receiver. The question is
should they blown it?
Should they have blown it, given that the long grasp that they had there? But Coach Ball isn't
no, he's
challenging it.
I think he understands they want to let these guys finish.
Absolutely.
Let the players decide it.
But
and
Michael,
with a minute,
heady play by Michael.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, excellent play. It'll squirm out of that situation. So a minute even remaining, 60 seconds to go. A 2nd down and 10 from the Exeter 38. Blue Hawks again rush only 2. Michael over the middle. Tagliaferro with the catch. The sophomore hit and dragged down. Inbounds down to about the 34-yard line. Tackle made by Exeter sophomore Tanner Smith. Bedford going to hurry to the line. Clock ticking down to 45 seconds.
Times are moving fast now.
2 receivers stacked left side with a wingback left as well. They roll Michael out on 3rd down and 5. The senior going to throw on the run. He's got a man at the stick. The catch is made for a first down. That's Gradinskis down at the 26-yard line.
Is he inbounds?
I don't know. They freeze the clock while they move the chains. Chain gang moving. We'll see if they start it again or not. Inside of 34 seconds remaining, they spot the football at the 26-yard line.
Nope, they're going to stop the clock.
Apparently, Gradinskis made the catch and then went out of bounds. So Bedford free to take their time here.
Doesn't
Clock
surprise.
frozen just inside of 34 seconds. And now, with the ball spotted just outside the 26-yard line, that would be about a 43, 44-yard field goal. I think, at the tail end maybe of Joe Michael's range.
26, 36, 40, 44,
43, 44, yep. All right, he made one from 38 earlier with room to spare, so they may be in range. We'll see. 3 receivers. Exeter hoping for a stop. Michael going to let it loose. Connection right side is there. That is the man who scored the touchdown earlier.
What a pass.
Evan Shabati going to set up Bedford just outside the 15-yard line. Again, the clock momentarily stopped with 27 seconds to go.
Good concentration by Shabati on that play, Nick.
Bedford going to use their final timeout here, Steve. Coach Matthews wants to get his guys on the same page here for what should be the final 27 seconds of the game.
Wow, what a methodical drive. The big play there, Nick, is the Michael back on the 44-yard line, bringing it all the way down with nothing but just sheer will and desire. They had him back around the 40, Nick, and he gets right down within an inch of the stick. Actually, that was a first down, right?
Well, he fought his way, bought himself some extra time, enough time to get rid of the football.
He's a special player.
It would have been a sack that would have knocked Bedford out of field goal range. Instead, the drive continues, and now The Bulldogs are inside the 15-yard line at the 14, facing a first down and 10. 27 seconds remaining. However, Bedford is now out of timeouts after using their final one here. So Exeter trying to find some magic from this defensive unit that's been excellent all season long. Bulldogs trying to hand Exeter their second loss of the season and capture their 5th win. Michael, 3 receiver set, 2 strong side left. Out of the pistol, shotgun snap, back to look, throws, looking out of bounds. Gradinskis in the area, but throws it away, out of bounds, incomplete, 2nd down and 10, 22 seconds to go.
Yep, smart, methodical decisions here. I have no doubt if you don't have a kicker like Michael, then at that point you're going to be much more aggressive and feeling like you need to get into the end zone, Nick. But with a kicker like Michael, you probably have a pretty good percentage there, so you're going to throw that ball away unless there's something clear. Somebody in the end zone's got clear separation.
And of course, in the back of your mind, do not take a sack at this point without a timeout.
Big time.
All right, 2nd down and 10 from the 14-yard line.
Exeter fans here on the edge of their seats.
They are standing in the student section wearing pink tonight to honor Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Snap low. Look at this. He's going to dive down. They're going to sacrifice the down to try and set something up from the middle of the field.
They're going to kick it now.
Clock ticking down to 12 seconds.
I can't believe they're
now Michael's going to take a snap here, Steve, and I think spike the ball. Yep. That'll stop the clock with 8 seconds remaining, and it will set up a 4th down field goal attempt to try to win the game.
Going to kick it now.
Michael is 2 for 2. Connected on a couple of field goals in the first half, one from 24 yards out, the other from 38. Ball is spotted where? At the 16-yard line. That's about a 34-yarder.
Boy, they're bringing him right up. So
Exeter has 1 timeout, and I think Coach Ball is trying to use it right here, and he will. Meanwhile, the press box shaking for a moment as the Exeter crowd stomping the bleachers. What a game tonight. Bedford a 12-0 lead at halftime. The defense really looked good through the first 2 quarters. Exeter able to break the ice on a lengthy touchdown in the 3rd quarter. Scored on a hookup. No, a 29-yard touchdown run by DeTore got Exeter on the board. Then it was a hookup in the 4th quarter that gave the Blue Hawks this 13-12 lead. And Exeter had a chance to ice it, but fumbled the football with 2 minutes and change remaining. That gave birth to this Bedford drive. And now the Bulldogs in the red zone, getting set for what should be a down-the-middle field goal attempt. It'll be a 33-yarder for Joe Michael, trying to go 3 for 3 on the night. The quarterback has carried the offense and trying to kick this one through the upright. Exeter stomping on the bleachers. Low snap, kick is up. The kick is good!
What a player!
33-yarder, good up the middle. Michael celebrates with inside of 4 seconds remaining. Bedford celebrating on the visitor sideline as the Bulldogs now out in front, 15-13 with 3.5 seconds remaining here in 4th quarter.
So you got the quarterback who leads his football team down the field, Nick, right down the wire, does it with precision. And when it was almost lights out, what does he do? He runs 25, 26 yards down the field to inch out that with just nothing but grit and desire. And then what does he do? He comes in and kicks a 34-yard field goal at the high school level right between the uprights.
Props to Coach Matthews as well, calling that final timeout and then orchestrating the next 3 plays.
In the middle of the field.
In the middle of the field. They take the slide, they get the spike.
Couldn't agree with you more.
And then the game-winning kick. That's all Coach Matthews there. So Exeter now in desperation mode, in a desperate spot here. 3.5 seconds remaining, down 2. 15-13. Michael gonna kick. 3 receivers, 3 return men rather, back deep for Exeter. The man in the middle, the deepest of all, is DeTore. Michael gonna jog slowly up to this one, and it's a squibber. Takes a high bounce far side, handled by Neal, and now on the pitch. Clock has run out. This will be the final play of the game. Weiberg, near side, gonna toss. Taken in by Roger Smith. Smith, far side for Neal. Back to Neal now. spins away from Dettori. Throws it near side, caught by Graney, over the middle, taken again near side, and now a forward lateral is going to bring an end to this one. Flags are going to fly. Exeter still has it, still trying to play this one out. Another long play going to take off the bounce and Dettori looking for a block down the near sideline. 2 men to beat, going to cut it back inside at the 20, trying to shake off a tackler. Throws off one more pass backwards. Lateral still alive. Ireland now tiptoeing at the 15. And is finally going to be dragged down at about the 17-yard line.
What an effort.
Again, there's a flag way back
forward pass, Nick.
at the Exeter 23-yard line. That should be an Exeter penalty, and this game should end with the Bulldogs coming into Bulldog Stadium and winning the football game 15-13. You just heard one of the Bedford offensive coordinators.
He is pumped up.
Screaming on his way out of the I was about to say bullpen, out of the press box.
You can't blame the emotional.
Even the adults.
Yeah, you can't blame them. We worked so hard during the week fitting a game plan. These are 2 phenomenal football teams, and a turnover decided it, quite frankly. And then just a player on the field that nobody else can match, and that is in Joe Michael. He's just so valuable in so many ways, Nick. 2 very hard-fought game, and both teams never gave up. Somebody had to win, somebody had to lose. Nobody can go home with their heads down low. They fought. Exeter fought really hard.